Hello, I'm Wendy Phillips, and welcome to the third grade classroom. And I'd like to show you what we have in the classroom and what we do. It's the best classroom ever because we have so many wonderful things that we study in third grade. So I'd like to start with the map of Greece. That's where we start at the beginning of the year with the island of Crete and the Minoan civilization. And we learned to love Greece so much. About the third week of the school year, we began our study of Greek mythology. And you can see we have a statue here of Hestia. Hestia is the goddess of the hearth. And we study Greek mythology the whole year. And third graders love Greek mythology. And they actually end up knowing a lot more about Greek mythology than most adults do. About 2/3 into the year, we study the Roman Empire, and that takes us into our study of Pompeii. And you might be familiar with Pompeii and the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. We have a literature book that is related to Pompeii. It's called Detectives in Togas. The mystery starts when one of their classmates writes Caius is a dumbbell on a wax tablet. And so that's a lot of fun. But it's set in Rome, so we get to review things like the Seven Hills of Rome and the Forum and baths and things like that. One of the favorite things that we do in third grade is we look at art and we observe, comment, and interpret art. And here is one of our favorite art pieces. This is actually a fresco that was painted on a wall in Pompeii. And so there's the wax tablet. Their wax tablet is fancier than our wax tablet, but the students love that because they will know what a wax tablet is by the time we study this painting. This is a composite painting that the current senior class did when they were third graders. This goes along with our study of Greece and also our literature, which has to do with ancient Greece most often. We read Black Ships Before Troy, which is a beautifully illustrated story of the Trojan War. And then we read Children's Homer, which is the story of the Iliad and the Odyssey. And so the students, they love shields. They learn about ancient warfare and thoroughly enjoy it. I know that sounds funny, but they thoroughly enjoy ancient warfare. And so you can see on the wall we have made our own shields. They bring in the cardboard and then they cut designs, for instance, helmets and swords, and they design their own shield. And then we paint them gold, and I think they're quite stunning. In one of our history cards, we studied Pericles and the Peloponnesian War. Pericles was the greatest statesman in ancient Greece. And so for an art project, we did a scaled drawing of Pericles. Here's the original. And so you can see it's gridded off. They numbered their squares. It was a 1-to-1 scale, but it was a good start in doing scale drawings. Then they took their plain paper and they gridded it and numbered it, and then did the actual coloring in of each square. So they turned out really nice. That was a fun project. We really enjoyed doing that. This is our science table. The third graders love it. Actually, everybody in the school loves it. Everything on here, the students are allowed to touch. I want them to touch everything on here. Have some rocks that came from Pompeii, from Mount Vesuvius. And so that ties in nicely with our history studies. In our science, we're studying sound right now. And so we had a little activity where we filled root beer bottles with different levels of water, and then we made the sounds and we saw whose sound was higher or lower depending on the amount of water. And so that was a lot of fun. We enjoyed that.